I have this hypothesis that comfort is killing our dreams. It's killing our visions. It's killing our ability to be able to heed the voice within us that is telling us there is something more. And although this is not meant to be a video that is a how-to walking you through the step-by-step of how to stop doing that, but rather what I want to do is share this as an inspiration, as a direct relationship to my experience as I can see in my life right now that I have been letting comfort kill my vision. And it has led to restlessness. It has led to me literally saying out loud to my partner, I'm not happy. But I think it's the realization that we all need to come to, that there is something in us that is saying that we were meant for more and that we're settling. And so my intention by the end of this video is to provide you, one, my direct experience of what this looks and feels like, but also to share the pathway that perhaps you can see in your own reflection. Because if you're watching this, there is probably something, I say probably, there is something within you that is calling and beckoning for your attention. It's calling you to more. You are having these visions. You're having these ideas for your life, for your family, for your friends, maybe a community that you want to build. No matter how big or small, doesn't actually matter. The size is less important, but that there's something in you saying there's more than what we're doing. My intention is to inspire you to take steps in the direction of that and to surround yourself with the resources and the people that you need in order to move that forward. This video has been hard for me to get to. I had this idea for a video that I wanted to share around the 3 things that I thought were keeping us from making progress in our life, but as I was going to record it, I felt stuck. I felt uninspired and trying to figure out my way in this world of wanting to share a mission and a message, and simultaneously having to play this game of marketing and trying to package it in a way where it can get to you, the people that are wanting it or needing it, to hear it, whatever it is. And yesterday, as I was going to record and I got stuck, I got to this point where I hit a wall. And I finally said out loud, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with my current living circumstances. And for context, in so many ways, my life is incredible. It really is. This is not me bitching and complaining, oh, woe is me. It's not that. Because I am so connected to the fact that my health and my friendships and my family and so many things are going great. And this isn't about trying to convince you or anyone else to get a pity party about one's life. I'm not about that. It's not about being a victim. But what it is about is being honest about how we are feeling in our experience, because when we are dishonest with our experience and what we're feeling, it puts distance. It creates an inauthenticity in our frequency, and we need authenticity. We need alignment in our frequency in order to bring forward what it is that we are calling in, what spirit has put inside of our hearts, inside of our beingness to bring forward in this life. And I was not being honest with the fact that I'm not happy. Not as happy as I know that I could be. And I can see now it's because, hello, bee, buzzing around, showing us it's time to take flight, that there is something in me that because I am not actively taking the radical action towards it has left me with feeling like there is this sense of a gap. It first started to come to my awareness recently when I intended to take a microdose of mushrooms to slow down, to breathe, to connect with my body. And that bitch was not a microdose. It was much more than a microdose. And there was this point during the experience where it started to get very intense. And a lot of emotions were brewing up for me, but I was feeling very stuck. I decided to go to the shower, and being a water baby, Pisces in my heart, I decided I was going to be with water and what turned into me feeling this deep grief and sadness about what is going on in the world, and the hurt and the pain and the division. I started to feel it in a way that I had never felt it before. And the next thing I know, I was on the ground for what was probably over an hour, just grieving and crying and moving between hysterical sadness and then deep belly laughter and these visions and connections to what has been within me, but I have gone blind to because of my own beliefs, my own limiting beliefs, and my own comforts in this world. I started to see the vision that I was and my people around me were meant to say yes to stepping up to being an even deeper stand for healing and for transformation and for stepping into leadership that would inspire other people to realize, like, you are fucking dope. I am fucking dope. We're dope, but we forget that because we get so bogged down. And I got so bogged down in the details and the fears and the concerns of what if I actually take this stand that God, Spirit, Universe put in my heart. What if nobody shows up? What if nobody listens? What if I end up broke and don't have the money to support myself and to continue living a life that lights me the fuck up and putting the best foods in my body, and all of the concerns that want to show their face when we're going to take that next leap in our life? I've gotten comfortable. Just back in March of this year, I took one of the biggest leaps of my life. I spent the majority of my life living at home with my parents because it was the financially safe thing to do. And mind you, it led me to so many great things. I got into the best financial position of my life and made so many good decisions, but I sacrificed so much for that comfort. I sacrificed being able to have my friends over whenever I wanted, to be able to sing, dance, cry, be naked, do whatever the fuck I wanted, to just be the fullest expression of who I am that the divine put within me. I withheld that in order to make it easy, to be comfortable in not having to pay the sometimes what seems like crazy amounts of what it is to rent and all of that. But I left all that behind. And I came to a foreign country, currently in Mexico. I said yes to one of the most incredible opportunities of my life to work and grow alongside this incredible health organization, to have all kinds of experiences all over the Mexico, particularly Yucatan Peninsula, meeting elders, Mayan elders, being able to experience ruins and food and culture and people in a way that I never have before, because my worldview was so myopic to what I had mostly experienced inside of Orlando, Florida. I started to see into existence the life that I've been saying that I wanted, to be able to experience more than what I had known. And it came from taking this leap called, I will never be able to go back to the version of me that lived at home with my parents and had that comfortable knowing that if I ever left, I'd have this very small rent to pay and I could come back in the room and the area was comfortable and safe. But then I came here. We went through those experiences. And then the next level of this belief revealed itself. The fear of not having enough and the lack of abundance of money revealed itself. And it led to me and my significant other, Christy, saying yes to, and mind you, again, not from a place of complaint, just from a place of recognition. We said yes to coming to stay with my aunt in Mexico City, which has been beautiful. Being able to connect with her, being able to connect with these areas, connect with these lands, to be in real typical Mexico areas, not like in the city where a lot of it is not quite the like typical Mexico experience. But what was meant to be a couple weeks to a month has now turned itself into closer to 3 months. And the reason that we're still here, if I was being really honest with myself and where I've gotten comfortable, is we're so ready to have our own space. We're so ready to create the space that can be the extension of what we know in our hearts and in our beings is the next level for our health, for our well-being, for our creativity, for being able to host experiences and retreats and events, to be able to create and to be the space where we can cultivate safety and peace within ourselves and our nervous system, to be able to create a life that is authentic and true to who we are, and to step into the leadership and the cultivation of space for leaders to remember who they are and to remember the leadership within them, to take those stands that they want in this life, to whatever degree that is, We've limited ourselves because we've said, well, only when we've been earning this much. And so I need to work hard and make these videos and cultivate this community and do all these things. I've been taking this very linear and logical approach to getting to where I want to be, called making enough money, when every time I've taken the non-linear action, I went from, as it was impressed upon me, is trying to go from 1x to 2x. It was going from 1x to 10x. It was saying, how can I do something so radically different? How can I shatter the beliefs, the stories, the concerns, the worries that I have in my soma? And not from a, you need to go away, but to integrate them, to love them into the remembrance of, hey, thank you for getting me this far, but I didn't come here to get here. I didn't go this far to get this far. We stopped being a stand and living as a function of this belief called, I know without a shadow of the doubt, the more that I dance with the divine, the more that I take these risks and these leaps, the more my life catapults timelines. It sounds crazy to me. It doesn't sound crazy to me now, but it used to sound crazy to me then, thinking about like, oh, well, if I want to get to $100,000 in my savings account, if I want to travel the world, if I want to be able to have the career and life of my dreams, I have to work so hard. I have to work 1, 5, 10 years. I need to go and get this degree, and then that. There's all these steps that I put in the way, versus saying, this is this beautiful vision that the divine has been birthing in my mind and in my heart. Who do I need to be? What beliefs, what stories, what strategies, what ways am I being? Do I need to sacrifice in order to make space for what is being called in through this vessel? How did I end up here? In this feeling of not being happy. And the truth is I let the energy of money be bigger than me. And we're all doing this, aren't we? We let the energy of our health, of our relationships, of our job, we let it become bigger than us. And then the story that we tell ourselves, the story that I tell myself is, well, if this, then that. Once I have this many dollars, then I can go and get my own space. And until then, I will stay here in a home that I'm so grateful for. It's good. It's good. But it's not a fuck yes. It's not a full vibrator. When someone asks me, yo, how are you doing? How are you living? It's not a fuck yeah. It's a, yeah, it's okay. It's good. When the truth is, it's like, I'm not as happy as I know I could be. Because the happiness isn't this transitory feeling of, oh, I feel happy and then it's gone. It's more of a, it's almost like actually less about happy. It's more like I feel this deep on purposeness. I feel deep fulfillment in who I'm being. Spirit's got bigger plans for me than my small self-limiting BS bullshit belief systems have been convincing me. And we go through these cycles of remembering, yeah, this is what I'm here for, and forgetting, oh wait, well, like money's tough and life's hard and work is stressful. We go through these cycles, but the game is to be able to keep our eyes and our hearts as wide open as we possibly can for as consistently as we can. It's to surround ourselves with the people and the mentors and the friends, the people who remind us of who we are. Because one of the things that I notice when leading transformational breath work or hosting breathwork and ice bath events is that there's these moments where we just like pop and we burst open, our heart explodes, we see the potential, we see the possibility in ourselves and our lives, and we're excited. And it goes on for a couple of days. We feel this literal raising of our vibration, or raising of our consciousness, but then we go back into our normal lives around the same people, doing the same things and the same jobs, eating the same shitty foods, and then we sink back and then we just go right back into the dream. We go right back into the settling. We go right back into our comfort-seeking behavior. And whether it's going on a retreat, going to a live event, or anything else, one of the things that I can see was missing was the true continued integration. The how do I take this thing that I experienced that was so expansive? And how do I never allow myself to resume being this state that I was before I came to this experience? How do I let this permanently expand who I am in such a way that I never forget? And if I do, there are people, places, and structures in my life to remind me, hey, you are fucking dope and you were meant for more. More love, more abundance, more capacity to hold the hurt and to stand for the love and joy that this life can be. It all starts with getting honest. It starts with being able to say out loud and to have it be witnessed. For me, it was going to my partner yesterday, and I am on a rooftop right now and literally saying, hey, can you come to the roof? No context. Can you come to the roof? And with no over explaining, simply saying, I'm not happy. And that direct speaking into truth is now where it leaves me in this knowing now that I needed to create this video, because if only one person ever sees it and it resonates with them, that would need to be enough, because this is what Spirit has put on my heart. And I am really working on creating my way of being able to express these messages authentically, not needing to be another person saying, here are the 5 steps to living a better and successful life. It's not always that quite fucking linear, is it? It's not, because if it was and it was so easy, everyone would be fucking doing it. It's very non-linear. And besides, who wants to take a linear 1, 2, 3? Wouldn't you rather go from 1 to 10? I sure as shit would. And I think that my hypothesis is that the way that we do that is by getting honest and acknowledging I have gotten comfortable and that I have been choosing my comfort more than I have been choosing my vision, what I know is possible. Or perhaps I don't even feel connected to that vision. Then what I need to ask myself is, where can I go in order to connect to that? And if you ask me, go and put yourself in a situation, in an environment that is beyond your comfort zone. Go and dance and sing in front of people. Do a transformational breathwork. That is one of my personal favorites because of how it just changes the psychology and the physiology of the brain and the body. You just start to connect and see shit. But whatever it is, do something. I have to do something. We have to do something to connect to that vision and have it be the thing that compels us forward, and to not let the energy of our comfort be greater than the energy of possibility. To be willing to sacrifice comfort, knowing that, hey, by the way, you can almost always come back to it. I can always come back to the, I don't have enough money, let me go and find someone to stay with for free, or find somewhere free or reduced. I can do that. But if you've asked me, what am I doing? The answer is, it's going to be a leap. It's going to feel a bit scary. It's going to require me to take a financial risk, but I'm going to get my own fucking place. I'm going to cultivate this dojo that Spirit has put in my brain and in my heart a long time ago, but I have been ignoring the call because of my linear and logical reasoning. I'm willing to sacrifice that. So, the opportunity right now before you, before me, is to get real. Where am I being dishonest with myself? What is my actual truth? How am I really feeling? To tell someone and to have it be witnessed, and to make a declaration that this is what I'm here for and this is what I'm going to stand for. And becoming relentless in our pursuits to see that into reality. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I want to know what your vision is. I want to know what you're calling in. I want you to leave it in the comments. Be honest. What is the thing that you've been afraid of? What is the thing that you haven't been being honest with yourself about? What is your truth and what are you calling in? Because the sooner we get it into existence, the sooner we get it out into the world. Now, universe, like another person like us, universe and I are talking, we're saying, yep, this is what we're here to do. Now it's time to start formulating a plan to bring this into existence. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you found this to be helpful and valuable. It wasn't just me being a talking head. I'm going to trust that it gets to the right person. It gets to you. So I love you. Thank you so much. And if you are wanting to have a community to grow alongside you and to help you see this vision into reality, to reclaim your nervous system, to feel peaceful in yourself, to create that create a life, to create a life that is true and authentic to who you are, and to become the person that you know or are remembering yourself to be, come join me in the community in the Remembrance Dojo. The link is below in the description. I love you. Peace.